Okay, dear students, so today we are just going to study function. So what basically the function definition is, and after that we are going to discuss its different types. So a function is actually a set of instructions that are designed to perform a specific task, right? So like when we are going to write a code, right? So that's like we group a certain lines of code in a block, so we basically call that one a function. So a function is a set of instruction, right? It is giving some instruction to perform some specific function. Like for example, if I just write a function for addition, so that function will only perform the addition task. Or if I want to write a subtraction function, so that function will just only perform the subtraction task. So that's why we call that one just like an independent program. So a function is a complete and independent program. Basically the function is only executed by the main function. So the main function got this responsibility to execute all other function, right, that's in that program. So basically we are dividing that program, that hundred of lines of program, into smaller units, independent units that is used to perform some specific task. And that's why one should use a function, right? Like for example, the functions, why we if somebody asks why we are using function, because if like the structure programming, if we are going to use the structure programming, right? So in the structure programming, we have to write the code, and then that code is executed line by line, and then all the lines executed, and finally we get the result. So that's an easy way. While in function we got jumping, right? Sometimes we want to execute one function, one task, sometimes we want to perform another task. So that's like a bit difficult, right? But if we just see, it's easy in terms that, like for example, if I want to write hundred of line of code, so it just make that one more compatible, right? And so then you can easily distinguish in these lines of code that which lines of code are performing which type of task. So the function are written, right, to write the code of a large program by dividing it into smaller units. Like for example, if I'm writing a program for calculator, so it got different tasks like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So these small, like for independent tasks, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, these all are divided into different tasks, and then we together, when we gather all this code, so then it's performing the function of a calculator. So basically this is a small unit, right, small independent program. And program is divided into smaller units, so mean more people can work on that simple program, right, on that program. More people can work on that independent unit. Like for example, one person is performing the addition task, another one is writing function for subtraction, another one is writing function for the addition, and then we together all these gather all this code and to make a simple calculator, right? So basically the function is a smaller unit, right, of a code, independent unit. The advantages of the function is that it basically avoids replication of code in the program. We do not have to write the code again and again, but we just only write it single time in that function. We define that task like addition, subtraction, and then whenever we need that one, we just only have to call that function, right? So in this way, similarly in large program, for example, a person need to execute addition function certain time, right? He want to do addition more for 5 times. So what he do, he will have to call this addition function again and again. So function is basically providing us this facility that we can execute that function several times, right? Similarly, instead of writing the code several times, the code is written only once as a function, and this function is called to execute its code again and again. So basically that is the advantages of the function. So if we just look to that one, so in that concept we got two types of function. One is the built-in function and the another one is the user-defined function. So just like the names showing that built-in function, that means this is something which is coming with the compiler built-in, right? We are not going to do anything with that, right? And the user-defined functions are those functions which the user is defining it for himself according to his need. And these built-in functions are like general one. Most of the people will need this thing. That's why the compiler have. That's why the compiler it's coming with the compiler built-in. Like if the built-in functions that have already been defined as a part of the language and can be used in any program are called a built-in function. Like for example, we got the clear screen, the get ch. Like clear screen is clearing the screen for us, get ch is getting the character for us, it's echoing that one, it's getting the character for us, right? Similarly, go to xy telling us to go to the position, the put character is like to put that character. So these are basically the built-in function. There are more built-in function as well, and their advantage is that it's common in use. That's why it's coming built-in, right, with that program. Now we are just going to see that built-in function. So I'm writing a simple program, right? So I'm just going to write a simple program for us. Okay, so I'm going to launch the Turbo C environment, right? Okay, so here I'm just going to start a new program, and I'm just going to name that one as for example, save that one as a function practice, or your built-in function. Okay, built-in function, right? So I save that one. Okay, I'm just going to write that one, right? Okay, so include stream attach hash include .h console input output and void main. That's the main function that's going to execute our built-in function for us. So I'm just going to write here the cout, right? It's completing its syntax, and then just going to write the hello world in that one. So, and after that, if you just see, I will just run this program, right? Compile that one and run. So okay, I can't see the output, and I just want to see the output file. I will be using the get ch. That's the built-in method, so that will holding a screen for me, right, for a certain time. Compile, okay, and then alt run. Okay, hello world. You will see that we got two output here, although I just write only a single hello world here. That's because my screen was not clean, so for clearing the screen, I'm just using the clear screen. That's also the built-in function. So everybody need that built-in function, so that's why we gonna that's been defined by the system, because everybody need that thing. Okay, so now see, we can't see that second output, that hello world. So thank you for watching, and in the next class we will be continuing with the user defined function. So thank you very much for watching.